All right, guys, we'll watch this video for Tuesday, August 21st. Kind of a narrow range on the SPY, retesting that 286 area today. Ended up closing about where it opened. So kind of an uneventful day, but we had some really nice calls in the chat room. I'll show you a few here real quick. TLRY, one of those recent pot stock runners. Look at that breakout today. How was it called in chat? Wayne called it, he's like a ninja at whole number breaks. He called it through 32. Big seller there. Once it took out 32, it was off the races. Never revisited 32 and back to the daily. Ended up going to 37.46 from a 32.01 idea. In other words, just a break of that 32 seller. Stop about 40 cents below. Ended up going up $5.45 a share on a 32 entry. So Wayne's just been killing these lately. He also called CGC through 35, and you can see it went up to 37.65. Same thing, same scenario. Another pot stock, another strong stock. So we're doing a good job in the chat room. Also, I love the smaller price stocks. I called BLPH. Very simple setup here. Huge move yesterday, and then today, look at this. Just an opening narrow range. I got on the mic and said, hey, I like this at 84 with an 80-cent stop. And you can see what happened there. Went pretty quickly to 96. Took all of 5, 10, maybe 20 minutes to make, more than a 10% move. So the chat room's been doing great. A lot of low-risk setups. I'm going to slide this over real quick. Let's go to the home page on my website, greatstockpicks.com. That's with an X, P-I-X. And the reason I'm sharing this is because if you click on Trading Course right now, this is only going to be available for another day or two. Lifetime membership, I've been saying, is going to be gone. It's already gone. But if you go to the Trading Course page, $24.99, you see that big sign? Don't click that $24.99. Click here instead. Click there. Not only do we mark it down to $14.99, but we're giving you a free lifetime chat room membership, which if you go to the chat room link, it's not even available anymore. The best you can get is 1 year for $9.97. So let's go back to that. $14.99 for the course. They got 100% positive feedback. It's an actual trading course, 26 hours worth of material. It's an actual course. It's not, hey, chase upside crap. We actually teach you how to trade. If Wayne and I get hit by a truck tomorrow, you take the course. You'll still know what to look for and how to trade it. All right? So you're not dependent on some guy just calling, hey, I'm long XYZ, and then you have to chase and play musical chairs with all the other members. It's an actual trading course. 100% positive feedback. Very, very proud of that. And right now, you can get it from $24.99, marked down to $14.99, and a free lifetime membership to our chat room, which is, without question, the best chat room out there. So, anyway, let's go back to the watch list. There's a SPY again, right back up to that 286 area. And I'll remind you, it's August trading, so it's low volume. Not a time to try to get rich, but still some pretty good opportunities out there. Here's what I'm watching for tomorrow. I actually called CMCM today through 10 early. Show you 2-minute candles. There's the opening 2-minute candle right there. I said there's a seller at 10. If this breaks 10, it might go. So it was something like that. It's not like a unequivocal, hey, 10:01, 980 stop. But I did say when it looked like this 2 minutes in, nice looking chart. Shorts might be trapped. If it breaks the whole number 10, it might go. And you can see what happened. It ended up going all the way to 11:33. Well, it's back on watch because, people get home from work and they do scans and they say, wow, CMCM, nice breakout. It may be heading to the 200-day, which is about 12. It closed at 11:21. Really big volume. So it goes on long watch tomorrow. All right. SXE. Buffalo called this at 68 cents today. One of our members, chat room nickname Buffalo. It ended up going through 80 cents. It's just a great call there. And I think I want to watch it for a follow-through day tomorrow. CRON, another pot stock, big volume day. closing off of its highs, but still a strong move. And there's some catalysts above if it can break above these two highs here. So I want to watch CRON. ALRN. I don't think I've ever traded this thing, but strong volume for this stock. It's worth noting that this big volume spike still wasn't, even 500,000 shares. So it'll tell you how thin this stock is. But because it moved from like 2 to 260 on strong volume, we might get a follow-through day tomorrow. So I am going to put it on a chart for tomorrow. IZEA. You had the gap up, sell off, and then today kind of a neutral day. But I actually called this in chat when it looked like this. I said, there's a big seller at 144. If it breaks that, it might break the new high of day and get a nice pop. That's exactly what happened. So anyone that took that at 144 or 145, it's not a huge move, but it went to 154. You could have easily made some lunch money off of that. Back to the daily, I like the gap up and the fact that it hasn't filled the gap and it's holding up fairly well. So I'm going to put this on long watch for tomorrow. ATRS has had a really nice move. Looked like it was selling off on Friday, and then today kind of an inside day. Really like it over today's high, over 348. We'll see. It's a little extended on the daily, but I think it's worth watching. RWLK, I've been talking about this one. Gapped up and opened at 105. All day long, there was a big seller at 105. It never came close to taking that seller out. As a matter of fact, it just kind of went sideways here. But I really do like it over 105 or 106. Let's go back to the daily. Over today's high. If it gets through that 106, then you have Friday's high of 108, 120, and then 135. I view these spikes up here as potential catalysts if broken, right? A lot of people say, well, that's resistance there, but not one point in time, not one price point that it ran up and failed. Those are, if broken, those are catalysts to me versus, a price that something spent 2 months trying to break. That's a very strong resistance. I don't view these one kind of price points that it spiked up to as resistance. I view them as potential catalysts, so keep that in mind, all right? GSM had the spike up, sold off, then right back up, and now you've got kind of a 3-day high right around 825. Today's high was 820. I like it over today's high. If it breaks 820, could easily get through that 825 and then maybe head higher. EKSO, I had on bounce watch going to today. No catalyst or no setups at all, but kind of went right down near the middle of that buy zone between the 8 and the 20-day moving average. So I want to watch that for a potential bounce again. I had it on bounce watch today. No catalyst or no setup at all. So it just goes back on watch. And then I'll get some flack for calling this one. But Sears Holdings, SHLD, is really beaten up. Let me go to the monthly chart just to see. I kind of feel like this is probably all-time lows. Yeah, we're sitting at all-time lows here. Let's go back to the daily. So, and it's down 4 days in a row to get there. If you've been in a Sears in the last 2 years, all the salesmen are sitting around in the furniture section. They got a card table there. They're playing poker. They're smoking cigars. They're drinking whiskey. They're wearing shorts and tank tops. They just don't care. If you walk through the store, they don't even look at you, right? So you can tell, right, Sears is in trouble. But I've actually seen a couple of them. I was going to say passing the bong around, but maybe I shouldn't. Anyway, Sears is on its way out. And if you're an old guy like me, it's a little bit sad. I remember the Sears catalog when I was a kid and so on. Anyway, but it is all-time lows and down 4 or 5 days in a row. Everyone thinks it's going to zero, and it probably is. But you might get a snapback rally before that happens. And being down 4 or 5 days, 6 days in a row, whatever, I think you might get a bounce. So we'll see. I'm going to watch it. Obviously, it's not a pretty chart for a long, but you could argue, going back here, you kind of had the same look, although back then it was down to support. And you did get a little bit of a bounce, over the course of a week. So this really isn't a day trader, but I don't know. It didn't cost me anything to have it on a chart. I'm going to leave my list at that. Let me think. Yeah, that's really all I've got. I was going to maybe put one other thing on watch, but let's just leave it at that. And broken record here, but I'm going to remind you that it is August trading. Now, 2 Augusts ago, I had the best month of my life, but this August isn't 2 Augusts ago. This August is a slow, low volume, nobody's trading, everybody's on vacation, and it's a different August. So if you don't respect that, you're going to get yourself hurt, right? So I am grinding my account higher, just sitting right at account highs for the year. I was going to say all-time highs, but I reset my account every year. So sitting right at the highs for the year in my account, but I'm not killing it in August. I am grinding it higher, and that's if you're doing anything but that, you're risking too much money. All right, I'm done babbling. See you guys tomorrow.